This is not a paid advertisement, okay?
Otherwise, it will be very expensive.
Yeah.
We cannot afford her.
No. 2 years ago, exactly when we got in touch with him, I was thinking of a retirement home. My first problem, of course, was who would I get? I had not heard of Excalibur. I did not know of Syjuco, but I came across an article in the papers. So I said, let me give it a try. It was a leap of faith, actually, not knowing anything about the company, not knowing anything about the owner, but I'm glad I took that leap of faith. More or less, okay, I knew that I wanted everything flat. I wanted it a bungalow style. I didn't want to have to go up and down the stairs. And another thing, I remember, the first thing I told Serge, I do not want to turn on lights when I'm having breakfast or lunch, I said. So as a result of which, he made very high ceilings. Sun comes in any time of the day, and I just love it. On my part, people who come here, like people who did our curtains, the very first thing they said was, it has the atmosphere of a resort, okay? It feels like we're in a resort, it's spacious. So every time I would throw an idea at Serge, he would say, very politely though, Tita, that's so old-fashioned. Tita, that's outdated. Very politely. So at one point I said, ay naku Serge, ikaw nang bahala. And I left the project to him. And I said, you do what you think is right for us. I trusted him. From the time that we met, mula, it was very fast. The ball started rolling. I started talking to him, and I explained what I wanted, and we met, and we saw eye to eye. I said, oh, I think this is going to be a breeze, you know. It was not difficult at all to deal with Serge. And he would always tell me, his client, I'm on call any time of the day. And I said, are you sure? When Mr. Syjuco tells you he'll call, he calls. And it's true, huh? He keeps his word. No problem at all. He was very particular about steps, about the flooring, so that we would not fall. Class A. The walls, the cladding, everything he did, he really made us very, very happy with his choice of materials, the choice of the colors. Well, of course, although I said, Sergio, bahala, he would always consult me in terms of like the colors, the shades, the kind of material needed. He gave me also free hand on that, but then I always threw it back at him, and I'm very, very pleased with the results. Number one, this is the sincerity of the owner, okay? And number two, when he tells you, I'll attend to it, he does, okay? Which is very important, okay? The trust factor between client and the builder. When I met Serge, we were able to establish that rapport, which made it very easy to work with him. Like I said, this is not a paid advertisement, but go with Excalibur and you will not regret it. They just don't give you 100%, they give you 110, which is what Serge did for us. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Thank you, Serge. From Tito Tony and my heart, thank you very much.